Ever wondered why some candidates excel in job interviews while others struggle? What's the secret to standing out and making a lasting impression? Are you preparing for an important job interview and worried about your English? How can mastering a few key phrases transform your performance? Well, we're going to answer and address these questions and points today. Welcome, everyone, and good day to all. This is another learning session from Business English Success Strategies. Our purpose is to use our years of experience in TEFL and ESL to help you master English communications by providing tips, strategies, and lessons to improve your spoken business English. Today's session covers mastering job interview phrases for success. This session is designed for intermediate and advanced non-native English speakers who are aiming to improve their business English skills for professional growth. We'll cover essential aspects of this whole process, but we're going to focus in on these job interview phrases and the whole mental aspect of making sure you're prepared. This is just going to be one of a series where we're going to address different aspects of business, but also job interviews. Okay, so even though these lessons are most appropriate for intermediate and advanced users, as always, of course, everyone is welcome. The format is as normal for us. We like to define a term and present it with a short real-world example of some type. Okay, enough. Now, let's get started. Let's first look at an introduction to the job interview challenges. It's a competitive job market. There's no secret about that, right? You've got to navigate the challenges of securing your dream job. And in fact, if you're not securing a dream job, maybe you just want to secure a good, solid job or opportunity, but you're still facing a fierce landscape. Some 60% on average of applicants falter in some way for some reason. Maybe they have a negative experience with the potential employer, or they're getting a lower than expected compensation offer, etc. But the thing that you have to remember is you want to put your best face first and do your best because it is a competitive landscape. Next up, let's look at the importance of preparation and communication. As we say in English, you do not want to wing it, right? Preparation drives success. Preparation is essential. It sets candidates apart from others. You've got to outlast your competitor through an interview process that might be very long. Some of the larger companies, the process may go on for weeks, maybe even more than a month or two. All right. So you want to make sure that you're prepared both for the longness of it or the time frame, but also to go through the process and be mentally fit to outlast your competitor. You want to have your communication skills well prepared, right? Strong communication skills will enhance your interview effectiveness. You want to make sure that you've studied and looked through some strategies for improvement across all areas of the job interview performance, basically. And you want to self-reflect and be honest with yourself. Let's look at some overall, just from a general sense, some strategies for success. You want to have effective interview strategies. You want to have them outlined, and you want to be very familiar with what you're going to do going in. You already know many of the pitfalls that have been faced by other applicants. They're well documented, who've been applying for jobs and going through the process. So there are many websites, including the big job boards, that has this information. You want to build excitement as you speak to the hiring manager or the human resources manager, or maybe some of their colleagues and peers or team members. You want to make them excited about working with you potentially in the future, right? And you want to make sure that after the interview, you go through your notes and look through what you did well and what you might want to improve on. Right? There are many tools available to help, particularly at large job boards and networking sites such as LinkedIn. Let's look at a few of the common challenges faced by candidates. You want to know going in, you're going to have hurdles, and you want to have some strategies to overcome interview hurdles, right? So one of them is lack of confidence. All right. This you can work on. Lack of confidence issues often hinder interview performance. Lack of confidence issues often hinder interview performance. So once again, there are many tools that you can acquire online at no cost that will help you. There are books on this topic of being confident in yourself and presenting yourself in a confident manner. You want to avoid blank mind syndrome. All right, we'll talk more about that in a moment. If you're uncertain and unsure or unprepared, you've opened the door for blank mind syndrome. You don't want to struggle with expressions. You will have practice. If you're smart and you've prepared, you will have practice. Some of the common phrases that will put you forward in a better light, that will resonate with a potential hiring manager and in the interview process. And one of the ways you want to do that is community support. So we'll speak to this a little bit more as well. Don't isolate yourself. Look for others on the same journey you're on and practice. As long as it's non-competitive, help one another. So a blank mind can paralyze even the best prepared candidates. Remember, you're not alone. Acknowledge this is a struggle for some of us. Even the best of us sometimes go blank, right? But you can transform your interview experience if you minimize when this happens. So once again, this is something, there are many articles, blogs, there are some books on the topic, there are videos on the topic that can help, right? And so a simple online search will turn up some of the good ones. And I mentioned this before, but I want to touch on this. You don't be afraid to ask for help or practice with others. This thing of I can do it on my own, I don't need anyone else to help me. I know what I'm doing. These are all roads to failure or roads to potential opportunities that don't reflect your experience, your knowledge, your education. Right. So you want to look for communities. Many of these are online. You can find them on Facebook or Meetup. It's particularly in the New York City area, the Los Angeles area, the big cities in the United States, but also outside of the country as well. There will be groups that are meeting just to do this type of thing, help each other with the job search. You can also employ a job search or career coach, right, that will help you with this process of work. So you want to make sure that you seek out confidence strategies and you basically make yourself more confident. You renew yourself, you renew your strength. If you're in between jobs or you've been laid off, or you're just simply seeking to get a better job to improve your life, of course you can be nervous. Of course you can have lack of confidence going through the process. So don't put yourself in that position. Strengthen yourself. Let's look at some key phrases to enhance interview responses. Unlocking your interview potential with impactful language. Impactful language. The interview is not the place to be passive and humble. And I'll speak just to the experience because I'm from the United States. Uh, you want to be very strong, very confident, obviously respectful of the process and of the people, but you don't want to leave any doubt that you are someone that can help them with whatever their goal is in hiring for this position. And you can transform your interview approach by embracing key phrases that highlight your adaptability and positivity, making you a standout candidate for potential employers. And you want to view any challenges either before the interview process starts or during the process. You want to have a positive perspective. You want to articulate that you are resilient and you can handle difficulties. You also want to demonstrate a growth mindset, embrace challenges as stepping stones to success. And you want to clearly demonstrate you're an effective communicator, as you're not a native English speaker, but your English is solid and you will be an addition to the business activities at the firm. You also want to be prepared with questions that impress. So having questions, inevitably during the process, you may be asked by the person who is interviewing you, do you have any questions? The answer is always yes. Why wouldn't you have questions? You might be offered something in terms of the opportunity, this new job, that could be life-changing for you. So you want to have questions about that, right? They expect you to have questions. And questions, good, solid questions, will leave a lasting impression. It demonstrates your interest in the opportunity. It shows that you've done some research and you understand the company culture, right? It also encourages a two-way conversation with the potential employer. Remember, the person interviewing you, they have a day job, as we call it in English. They're doing other things. So unless they're human resources, they have other jobs. So they've taken time away from their normal job to interview you. They themselves might be a little lacking in confidence or unsure or not as practiced at this as they are at their day job. So this will encourage, especially if they're introverted, encourage two-way conversation, you having the right type of questions. So be prepared. Do your homework ahead of time. Let's look at the impact of effective phrases. All right. A well-chosen phrase can shift the interview dynamic, empowering candidates to turn anxiety into assurance and ultimately secure their dream job. It'll shift nerves to confidence. For example, a phrase such as "I thrive under pressure" not only impress but transform the candidate, demonstrating the power of effective communication. Empower your interview success through effective phrase usage, real-world success, confidence building, transformative results through preparation, and game-changer insight. Effective phrases can redefine your job market success. I'm going to use myself as an example. Once I understood through study and preparation how to present myself better, key phrases, key questions were part of that. I actually went on to get better and better positions. So this does work. And as I helped clients, they went on to get better and better positions and perform well in the interview process that I may have been helping and coaching them with. So now, conclusion. And of course, there's a call to action. These are the takeaways for today. You're looking to distinguish yourself in interviews. You want to stand out. So part of the process is revisit key phrases. All right, memorize vital phrases. Remember, you can look these up. All of the large job boards and networking sites, such as LinkedIn, will have these there, or something, or another site such as Indeed will have these there. Communicate your strengths. All right, understand your skill set. Don't assume that you're going to sit in the meeting and throw out 3 things that may come to you as your skills. You actually, if you've been a working professional for a number of years, instead of 3 or 4 skills, you might actually have 9, 10, or even a dozen. Don't forget the importance of preparation. Always work and practice on your communication skills. English is your second language, but that doesn't mean you cannot use it effectively in the workplace. Achieve your career goals. Right? Preparation and distinguishing yourself gets you closer and closer, or gets you to your goal in your career. And then just pure and simple, always be ready. I'm going to mention this again. Build a community through shared experiences. Connect with others. You're easy to find. They're easy to find. Facebook, Meetup. There are some groups on LinkedIn as well, right, where you can create a supportive environment, a supportive network that will empower you as it empowers all of us to conquer job interviews and career issues together. So I'm going to wish you career success. I want you to be able to expect and embrace challenges, share your experiences in the interview process in a positive way, right? And be prepared, right? And know how to prepare. And continue to look at these videos, because I'm going to be creating content for you that's going to help you in all aspects of not only learning and improving business English and social English as well as a result, but also there's going to be a lot of career information. I'm going to provide tips and strategies there. But before we go, I have a bonus for you, right? There's always a bonus for sticking around till the end. Here's a list of 5. There are clearly going to be more, and I'm going to be posting some in the future. These are bonus tips. These are key phrases that are very useful as you interview and you go through the process. So I'm just going to quickly read them. Number 1, I am passionate about, and then you can insert your industry or the field that you're in, and eager to contribute to the company's success. This allows you to demonstrate enthusiasm for the field you're in or the company. Number 2, one of my key strengths is my ability to adapt quickly to new challenges. This highlights adaptability. Have an example ready to go. It's a valuable trait and is a desirable trait in a dynamic work environment. Number 3, I have a proven track record of achieving, and be specific about the results. Just don't tell people you can do something. Give them some results, preferably with metrics, which I believe aligns with your company's goals. This will show past success and alignment with the company's objectives. Number 4, I thrive in collaborative environments and enjoy working with diverse teams to achieve common goals. Emphasizes teamwork and collaboration across a broad spectrum, and that's going to be important in a very diverse world. And number 5, when faced with challenges, I focus on finding solutions and learning from the experience. Displays a positive approach to problem solving and continuous learning, and shows you're not someone who is looking for people to blame and wallowing in self-pity. Alrighty, so that brings us to the end. Thank you for your time and attention today. As always, if you found this content useful, then please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share the video. But don't forget to use that notification bell so you'll be able to know when we publish new content, because we put out 1 to 3 videos per week, right? And so there's a lot there, and we look forward to serving you again in the future. So see you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure. Take care, everyone.